go. There we are. Welcome everybody to a brand new episode of Forever Faithful Podcast. I am Brandon Free, and joined by me are my co-hosts. We got Christian Dyer in the building, and we got Dion Johnson. How we doing, fellas? We're back.
Has been a minute. Good to be back. Very, very good to be back. What's going on, Lefty?
Not much. Just been enjoying no football for a little while.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? It's not bad. It's been good. If you guys wonder if that's Justin Herbert up above me, it's not. It's actually Christian. You know, that'd be a sweet ass fucking tat for Justin Herbert on that shoulder, though.
That is a sweet tat, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
Thanks.
Yeah. Just real quick, say hi and what's up to the chat. Throwback is in the building. What's going on, Throwback? We got our boy Jimmy in the building. What's going on? Mm-hmm. All right. Beto will be joining us shortly. I don't know what he's doing, but he'll be here. But let's get right into it, guys. Training camp has
probably jerking off.
Training camp has officially started. Today was the first day with pads on. From the clips that we've been seeing online and what we've been hearing in little pressers after camp or practice and everything. What are your guys' thoughts so far? Especially today's practice with pads. I feel like they went more one-on-one, and I saw Jennings and God, I'm blanking on his name right now. Dion, help me out. The defender, the CB. I can't think of his name right now. Give me a sec.
Wait,
I got you right now. Yes.
Oh, Talanoa Hufanga?
No. It's actually Renardo Green.
Renardo Green.
Renardo Green. He looks like he was man on Jawan today. He looked actually really, really well, like really good. I can't even speak today. My bad, guys. But give me your thoughts. What have you seen so far in camp? Dion, go first.
Nothing really, man. They just got a chance to put the pads on today. Happy that Pearsall has been cleared to be able to get out there and go. That's nice. But we've got some. Hey, what's going on, Manny Shavers? What's up, Mom? Roberto, what's in the house? What's good, man? So, basically, at the end of the day, our biggest problems are injuries, as always. The injury bug seems to get us for some ungodly reason. Why that is, I have no idea. I know it's football, but fuck, we didn't even barely get into camp yet, and it's like injury upon injury upon injury. Drake Jackson, injured. Garindo, injured.
Not surprising for Drake Jackson, though, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, at this point,
dude, he's a bust, bro. Let's just put it out there. I feel like the guy.
Yeah, man, there's not much you're going to really get out of him, and he's not going to get much PT. That's why they brought in Leonard Floyd. That's why they brought in Chase Young. Like, there's just too many times where this dude is a healthy scratch. And I don't know what these injuries are that he magically seems to get, but it's very confusing. Be honest with you, the only thing I've really noticed from training camp is the fact that Brandon Ayuk is holding in because he doesn't want to lose out on his money and get fined. And Trent Williams is holding out, which is actually very upsetting. But what do you think so far, Lefty?
I mean, I haven't paid any attention to training camp. Honestly, I don't really start paying as much attention until we get into preseason. I think Trent's going to retire after this season. I think he's setting up for that. I think he's trying to get all the money he can because he's going to lose money when he retires next year. And I think that's why he's sitting out. Plus, he's old. He's probably easy on his body, so I don't really see too much other than that. Probably is what it is. It's probably he's going to retire, so get all the money he can. Plus, he's old and doesn't want to beat up his body, and he's probably using it as a reason to sit out from training camp.
Yeah, I feel like Trent wants to get paid a little bit more. He wants to fluctuate his contract just because he did take a pay cut last year, and I think he wants to get that money back this year, especially if this is going to be his last year per se. So that's going to be interesting to see. I want to see like which contract gets done first, Ayuk or Trent. I have a feeling it'll be Ayuk, but it's going to be even harder now with Ayuk with that signing we saw today. Christian, help me out here. Who was it that got signed again? Re-signed on the big contract? The receiver?
For who?
We didn't sign a receiver. Oh, we did sign a receiver, but he didn't get no big contract.
No. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about the
CeeDee Lamb didn't actually get a contract.
CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb just got a 4-year deal with $136 million.
Oh, he just got signed?
He just got re-signed today. Earlier
it's a rumor.
today.
It's a rumor. It didn't actually happen.
Oh, did it?
Oh, it
just
didn't
happen?
happen.
Oh, okay. All right. I was tripping out. So basically, what are you guys thinking? When does this get done for Brandon Ayuk? I know it's mostly in August a lot of the times, but does it go into the preseason?
Go ahead. Start us off, Lefty.
What was the question again?
When is
Brandon Ayuk going to get signed?
He's not.
You said he's not?
He's not getting signed.
Why?
They can play his fifth-year option, and if Pearsall freaking just works out as the guy, they're going to let him walk next year. Or they're use the franchise tag.
So I said this on my TikTok. Or do you have another point to make?
No, you're good. Go ahead, yeah. You're good.
Didn't want to cut you off, bro. So here's the situation. This is exactly how Brandon Ayuk should handle this. And Brandon, I'm gonna need you to move because you're kind of fading into your background. There you go. Yeah, it looks like all I can see. It looks like your head and your mic are one and the same, and that's not.
Got you.
Yeah,
I'll put it back more.
But long story short, this is the simplest thing you can do if you're Brandon Ayuk. You walk in, you call a meeting. Don't bring Jaden Daniels, dumbass.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I said dumbass. You can be mad at me if you don't like it. I don't give a shit. I don't know you. You don't know me. So my words really shouldn't bother you. At the end of the day, this is what Brandon Ayuk should do. Call Jed, call John, call Kyle. Hell, even call Parag in that motherfucker if you want to. It's very simple.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, I know I've been making a big fuss over all offseason and everything like that. Here's the deal. I don't want a new contract. I'm good. You guys are offering me money that I don't feel I'm worth. I know you're not going to be able to pay me. I know next year for a fact you're going to start negotiating with Brock. You're only going to try to get ahead of the curve because as of now, Brock is going upwards of $50 million. Why? Because Tua just got paid, and so did Jordan Love. And where are they at? Upwards of $50 million per year. So you're not going to have the space to keep. So with that being said, I'm going to make this short and sweet. I'll play out this year on my fifth-year option. I don't care. Only deal I need from you guys, don't tag me and let me walk. If we can come to an agreement on that, I'll shut my mouth, go out here, and give it my all. Because I got to play. I have to play for my money next year anyway. I got to ball out. I cannot afford to sit out because if I do, I think might come away with maybe $100K, if that, maybe less. Which is why he's in camp. BA has no leverage. There's a lot of this.
What's up, Beto?
But it doesn't mean shit. So at the end of the day, it's very simple. You walk in, you talk to him. Hey, I'll play this year. I'll shut up. Don't give me a new contract. I'm not talking about the contract. Anytime there's a media question about it, I'm negating it. I don't even want to talk about it. But next year, let me walk. You've got other guys that you got in the building. You got other guys that can get the job done. Obviously, I'm not worth that much to you. So at the end of the day, I get what you guys are trying to do, but I'm telling you, this is the first big contract of my career. I'm asking you politely, do me a solid. Let me walk next year, and I'll shut up. Easiest way you get rid of that.
So, Beto, we're talking about BA and when he will get signed. Christian thinks that he doesn't get signed at all, and he just plays on this fifth-year option. Dion is thinking the same way. What are your thoughts?
I think he'll get signed, but would I disagree with Dion and Christian? Absolutely not. Could he definitely play on his fifth-year option? Absolutely. But he'll be here for the next 3 years if the Niners want him here, whether he wants to be here or not, because they can tag him twice and they don't know him nothing. So the best interest for the team is to get him signed, obviously, to keep him happy. I would say in the next 2 weeks, if we don't hear anything closer to this, I would tend to agree that they may go with the fifth-year option and then worry about tagging him and maybe traded him next offseason. Mm-hmm. Tag him and then trade him and to see what they offer, because anybody that offers anything for him this year doesn't help the 49ers in draft. We need him right now on the field. Mm-hmm. Next year, we can tag him and trade him, and then we can use the draft picks for future going forward. But at this point, I think he will sign. The fact that he's at training camp and even being there in camp, that means there's no ill will with the team. It's just about getting the numbers correct. And I think the Niners at the end will cave in and pay Ayuk his money.
I think the only reason he's really at training camp, it isn't even more so about bad blood. It's the fact he just can't afford it. He cannot afford to miss those days. Because unlike Nick Bosa, I was about to say, unlike Nick Bosa, they ain't waiving them fines. Because when Nick didn't show up, any fines he had, they waived him. But Brandon Ayuk is not about to get that same love. He is not about to get that same luxury. You know why? He spoke up. Bosa, as quiet as he always is, he didn't say anything. Why? He knew they was going to give him his money regardless. Like, bro, I'm your best defensive end. You ain't going to not pay me. And BA is thinking the same thing. I'm your best wide receiver. You're not going to not pay me. But they're basically saying, we're going to pay you, but not at the premium that you want. So
I think the difference between those two players, Dion, is that Nick Bosa is the number one option on the defensive side.
And Brandon Ayuk is not on the
He's not the number one option. He's like the fourth option. Yeah. So they're not going to put up a lot of the shenanigans that he's putting up. So it's not about him being loud and not Nick, but it's just Nick. People might want to agree or disagree. That's up to them. He's more important to this team than Ayuk is. Yeah. Now they're all important if you want to get, but who would you, if I told you we have to get rid of one player, I'm pretty sure 99.9 fans will let go of Ayuk and keep Bosa.
I have to agree. Now, here's my thing. Moving off of Ayuk and moving into Trent Williams. Look, man, I don't know what you're doing or why you're doing it. I really don't. But you're flirting with retirement, yet you're holding out to get more money. We paid you, man. We done broke you off, bro. Even in the last hour, when you were telling us, hey, Kansas City's got the leg up on you, better do something, we did something. Get your ass to training camp and get on the fucking field, bro. You are not broke. You are not suffering. You are not lacking for any type of financial stability. You getting paid, man. I don't want to hear this crap. Like, we already have BA standing on the sidelines because he wants a contract. Now you stand on the sidelines because you want a contract. Like, we can't just keep having everybody and their mama just running to the sidelines going, I don't want to play unless I get paid. Trent, you got paid. You got your money. Don't act like you don't.
You also got pay cut
don't
too,
have
though.
the stability that you need, because that's what every player wants when they get these contracts. It's about stability. It's about knowing I have a guaranteed sum of money that's coming to me at any point. But for you to sit here and act as if we ain't paid you or we ain't gave you no money, or that you need more, I'm gonna need you just to be a little more, a little more humble, man. Get on the field and do what you normally do, bro. Maybe next year you want to ask for some bread or something, I guess. But as of right now, he's not even 2 years into the new contract.
You know why he's doing what he's doing?
It.
You know why he's doing what he's doing, Dion? Because he has the leverage. He can do it. The Niners need Trent Williams to be on that offensive line. They need him more than he needs the Niners.
Yeah.
And this is when you have an opportunity to ask for money, whether you made money or not. Listen, the Niners don't give a crap about Trent Williams. If he gets hurt, he can't play no more. They'll cut him and move on. I love my Niners. I love the logo, but players need to get paid and take advantage each and every time they get an opportunity. If you have the leverage, unlike you, Trent has that leverage. That offensive line is already bad enough with him on it. Imagine without him. So he's like, if this is not the opportunity for me to get more guarantees and more money, when is it a time? Now, the good thing about it is, real quick, is that the Niners can find a way where they can pay Trent Williams what he wants, give him that guaranteed security, and give him dummy years. If you give him dummy years, you can move it towards the end, and it actually brings down his cap hit next year and the year after that, so that they can comfortably sign Brock Purdy. So there's going to be a win-win situation where it benefits both of them for the short term. Now, in the long term, those dead years becomes dead money, and the Niners will have to pay that when he's long and gone. But we don't have to worry about that until a lot of years from now. I think Trent Williams will get signed, and it'll work for both sides. He'll get his money. He'll get his guarantees. He'll feel like he's the most highest paid tackle, and the Niners will be able to have some relief against the cap.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out, to be honest. I say probably both. I think both will get signed by next month before even the season starts.
No, we're not paying D Ford anymore, Roberto. We stopped paying him last year, I think.
Yeah, he's off the book.
Yeah,
we lucked out and finally got his ass off the books because he was just bleeding us dry to do nothing, which we were stupid when we gave him that damn contract in the first place.
Actually, D Ford did the Niners a huge favor by taking a huge pay cut that we were able to sign some players at the time. So I have gratitude towards D Ford.
I ain't got no gratitude toward him. He's been sitting on the sidelines doing nothing for several years.
Well, he's hurt.
He could. That's not my problem. You sat there hurt for all those years. You kept sucking up cap space. Fuck off. Hell no. Don't know. No. I ain't got no. There are people that have sucked up money out of this fucking team. Pause. That I have no regard for, and I don't care. And it's D Ford and Jared fucking McKinnon. At a bare minimum, at least Quan Alexander tried.
But D Ford gave money back.
Bicep. Like the man gave everything he could. D Ford, no.
D Ford gave money back that he didn't have to. He, regardless of what he wanted.
When did he get money back?
Oh, he gave a lot. I don't remember the number, but he gave a lot, and we were able to sign some players. I forgot which players it were. He did not need to give out anything. It was totally out of him willing to give back. He's like, you know what? I know I haven't played. I know I've been hurt. So I'm going to give some of this money back because I don't feel that I've earned it. And he didn't have to. That money was already his. He could have said, you know what, Niners, screw you, screw everything. I'm going to keep my money regardless. And he gave it back. And it wasn't like a couple of thousand. He gave up a lot. And we were able to sign like two players at the time.
I don't believe
that. You need to look it up, bro, and you'll have a different perspective from D Ford. That guy's general. Now, general mechanic's a whole idiot. That guy definitely stole our money and just left.
All right, so since we're talking about contract situations and everything, this is a shout out to Zach and Matt and Mike for the other day. They had a show on, and Zach asked the question. I want to get your guys' thoughts now. And chat, you guys get to pop in the chat and give your answers as well. So Zach asked, is extending Brock Purdy worth losing 3 stars in the next 3 seasons?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. So I want to get your guys' thoughts on it, and which 3 stars would you think we would be losing for Brock Purdy, basically getting that extension?
Really quick, I just looked that up. That man only gave up $5 million.
Only $5 million?
Only $5 million. You know the reason I say only? Because we were paying him almost $20 million.
But he didn't have to do it, bro. He didn't have to do it, though.
I don't care what he didn't have to do.
Again,
now if
you're
that
in your feelings.
Gave up something like that created cap space worth more than $5 million, I don't give 2 shits.
Facts don't care about your feelings.
No,
facts do not care about feelings.
I don't care. I didn't ask if
facts are facts.
About my
feelings are feelings, bro.
He gave back
you are
$5
hurt.
million.
You need to be patted on the back.
You
need to change your diet. Come on, bro. Stop.
If
he gave $5 million back, he didn't have to.
Hear me out. If he retires, he gives back way more money, and he does more of a moral service to the team that fed him when he sat on the sidelines and was sucking up cap space. $5 million? Come on, man. Fuck out of here. That's not a lot of money in football money.
I forgot who we signed, but we signed somebody with a $5 million.
What did we get for that? Not much.
We got a player. I forgot what player it was, but it was a player that we didn't think we can get, and we were able to sign him.
Anyway.
Okay, we didn't win a Super Bowl.
No one gives 2 fuck about $5 million. D Ford is still worthless. Anyway.
Moving on.
But go ahead, Lefty. He was asking, who would you give up? 3 premier players, because when Brock get paid, there will be cap casualties. I've been saying this all along.
Yep. This was a great question by Zach.
Who's basically going to be the cap casualties that you wouldn't mind missing?
We're going to be We're all going to be the casualties if we don't win a Super Bowl this year and have to pay him.
It's not going to make no difference. They're going to give him his money regardless.
Well, I'm just saying I'm saying that we need to win the Super Bowl, because if we don't and we have to pay him, our chances go way down. So that's what I was saying.
If you're winning more than 10 games, I'm happy.
I know. I don't know. I don't really know what happens when you pay him.
When you pay Brock Purdy, it's not going to take effect into the next 3 years of his contract.
Yeah, so it probably is not going to really hit us that hard to begin with.
No, so you can sign a youth and keep Debo.
It'll start in 2026.
Yes.
I wouldn't be surprised if they don't keep.
And by then, Trent Williams
he's the
will
one
be off the
casualty
roster.
probably. Yeah, Trent Williams will retire.
Now that money drops. Kittle might be moved. That money might drop. So it's not that financial cap how that we think it's going to be.
I mean,
people
that makes
are going
sense.
to come off the books.
I'd say there's a chance it could be Ayuk and Kittle, and then with Trent probably retiring after this season, that'll be it. And then maybe they keep Debo another year, and then run it back with Pearsall if he works out, I guess.
If Debo balls out, he'll be here for the next 3 years.
So what would you think, Beto? Who would you be comfortable losing?
McKivitz, Brindle, and
talking about stars,
Spencer
man.
Burford. I know.
Stars.
But hey, I got in my feelings right there, bro.
Stars.
That's who I'd get rid of. You got to take out the trash first, right? In 2026, depending on how much money we save for Trent once he's off the books, and maybe Kittle, but if let's just say there's no such thing as 3 years from now, Brock Purdy gets paid next year, and you immediately, just for conversation wise, you immediately have to lose 3 players, just for conversational. Not that it's going to happen, but I would say Juice will be one of them. Number 2, for 3, Ward.
I like it.
And, hopefully the North steps up and Renardo Green is capable of doing to step. You people might say, well, we're not hurting us today, but he will hurt us eventually if we re-sign him. So you got to consider that when it comes to money. So those are the three guys. And Juice, I think I forgot who we signed that can replace Juice. They can replace Juice, and I think they're working with that to see what he can do. So those are be my three guys that are contract heavy, and they can help liberate the cost of Brock. Because Brock,
what we saw from the contracts that we saw.
Okay, but like this. Beto's over exaggerating, obviously, but I can tell you this: if we win the Super Bowl, oh yeah, out of training camp, he might not even be on the roster week 1. So we're gonna have to probably rely on Josh
remember
Dobbs for a little bit.
For Brock, regardless if we make the Super Bowl or not.
Yeah.
So it'll be between 55 and 60.
If we get to the exactly, if we get to the Super Bowl,
now you can hit 65.
55 to 60. Now, if we win, yeah, you all bets are off. We're like, people are gonna sit there and just be trying to all know the Niners lowball people. One thing they don't lowball is the quarterback. We paid Jimmy Garoppolo work with his ass real quick after he got us 5 wins, and none of those. What's going on, Chris? None of those. I repeat, none of those were in any way, shape, or form. That contract.
No, hindsight 2020 means he sucked. But that was a good contract at the time for Garoppolo. Because the way the contract went up. Now, if he would have played great and be that quarterback that we thought he would be, that contract would have been in the books as the greatest contract given. But because the dude sucked, here we are. You know what I mean? But at the time, I can't be mad at the Niners for extending him that way because the next year it shot up.
Yeah.
So
well,
it's just that he didn't work out.
Here's the biggest issue with the Niners. They wait too long. You could have signed BA well before everybody else and their mama got signed, but you waited. Mm-hmm. And now that you waited, you kicked yourself square in the nutsack. Though you technically have the leverage. Hold on, Beto. I know you about to come in and in the Niners. Slow your roll.
Leave me alone.
Exactly. But you could have prevented this. You could automatically went in when he had that first 1,000-yard season. You know what you could have did, Brandon? Let's talk about an extension. Mm-hmm. You pay him. The only thing you have to worry about at this point, if you would have already paid him, is him maybe bitching about the fact that he's not the highest paid guy. Well, you're not the focal point of the offense, sir. I don't know what you want me to tell you. And there are times during these negotiations where teams are very blunt. Yeah. If you are a great but oft injured player, what do they tell you? Hey man, we love what you can do. You say never on the damn field, so we can pay you, but we can only pay you so much. Why? Because we don't know how many times you're actually going to be on the field to play for us. We don't know what kind of production we're going to get because you don't always stay healthy. Like there's different ways in these contract talks that people have leverage. They talk shit. But at the end of the day, the Niners kicked themselves in the ass, sat there and waited, and all these other contracts got done. And everybody's like, oh, well, that's not going to bother us. It's not a big deal. You know, everything's okay. Everybody needs to stop panicking. We're into training camp. The man is standing on the sidelines waiting on you to give him his damn money. This is not good because you know what happens with most people who hold out on the Niners? Soft tissue injuries, people. And what do those do? They linger. They're nagging. They're bothersome. They keep you out of games. So while you're not practicing, while you're not doing anything, and you're just standing there, soft tissue injuries are a big concern. You don't believe me? Look over the last several years For anybody that we've had contract talks with, these things happen. It is not uncommon, and it's the worst thing you can have. Now, would Ricky Pearsall be upset if Brandon got a soft tissue injury? Probably not. That means he get no time on the field. But I don't want to see Pearsall in that manner. I would like to see him because we're rotating him in, or we're running a 3 receiver set, and for some reason we decide to throw Debo in the slot instead of putting him outside at the X or the Y. Those are the reasons you want to see those guys. But this is part of it, man. I have to make the Niners take credit. You could have signed them for a lot less if you would have signed them earlier and not waited this long. And by waiting for everybody else to get paid, $30 million is now the minimum that receivers are saying they want. And though everybody looks at Brandon and says, well, you're not worth $30 million, Mike McGlinchey wasn't worth the contract he got in Denver, but he got it, didn't he? You know why? Right tackles are a dime a dozen. Wide receivers are very hit or miss. You either got one or you don't. And when you got one like BA, you make sure that you take care of that man. But you don't wait until everybody else gets their damn money and then come lowballing them and think it's supposed to be okay. You got to understand how negotiations work, people. There's an opportunity for both parties. And as a franchise, it behooves you to get these players signed before they go crazy. Because if you wait until they go crazy, that's when the agent walks in and goes, I have a list of stats here that tell me that my guy is worth a lot more than you're giving me. So he will be doing X, Y, and Z, but he won't be doing nothing else until you go ahead and come up and meet our demands. So I don't know. I've got to be with Lefty. I don't think he gets signed. I think he plays on that 5th year, and I think next year there's no more BA.
Interesting.
And what Beto said was correct. They probably could. If they want to be assholes, they can tag him and trade him. Make somebody give them a 1st-round pick. He's worth a 1st-round pick. I don't care what anybody says. Everybody's like, oh, he's not worth that. You out of your fucking mind.
Yeah, they'll tag him.
Name another receiver in the league right now that currently wants a contract that's worth a 1st-round pick. Because CeeDee Lamb, did great, but I don't know if you're worth the 1st rounder. Maybe a high 2nd. Brandon, no, he does everything, and that's the reason why we always get into these debates with people about the guys on our team. This is why I always tell people that I feel George Kittle's better than Travis Kelce because he can do it all. He's all encompassing. Brandon can do it all. He's all encompassing. If you put Brandon on another team, he's not going to forget how to block. You know what I'm saying?
But he's not going to be the same player like he is on the Niners.
Yeah, he's going to be a little bit different, but it's not the skill set that he already has ingrained in him from what he did in San Francisco will still be there. It's not changing. So if you have him running, blocking on a run play, he knows what he's doing. Why? He learned it here.
Oh, the boy JV. What's up, man?
What's up, JV?
All right.
Yeah, Brandon's a good receiver, man. He's a good receiver. I think he'll be better on another roster that throws. Like if you put him with Josh Allen, the Buffalo Bills, he will be better because he already the thing about Kyle Shanahan's scheme is to open up receivers, is to free receivers open. Brandon and you can do that on his own already. He can do that on his own. He can separate from corners on his own. He can catch. This is why I feel that he can do better with a quarterback that throws more than we do. We run out the ball a lot. You put him with Buffalo and Allen, I think he will definitely do better than he's done here because he'll have more opportunity. He can separate. A lot of the Niners receivers can't separate, but they need the Shanahan's scheme to get that separation. So I think that you can go somewhere else and definitely flourish, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I see that comment there, Kenny. Here's the thing: Matt Ryan technically had his best statistical year the year after Kyle Shanahan left. Just for people to know, it's facts.
Matt Ryan.
He had what?
His best statistical year
Okay,
When
you
did
need to send that over to me, bro.
After
When
You
did
need
he-
to send that over
When
to
did
me.
he win the MVP though?
He did
Yes,
win it,
thank
but
you.
that they went to the Super Bowl.
That's not the point. He has
No,
to win.
He
When
won
did
the
he win
MVP
the
before
MVP?
the Super Bowl started.
Did he?
Yes.
Yes, they give the award away before the Super Bowl.
No, but
Yeah.
I'm saying that's the year they went to the Super Bowl. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yeah,
Because
but that's why
Shanahan
he
was
won
there.
it. They had a stellar year. I'm just saying, from a statistical standpoint, just stats. His best
Wrong.
his best year was not with Kyle. Look it up. I'm not bullshitting
Wrong.
you. If
Wrong.
you think I'm lying, go, I will pull
No,
up.
I ain't saying you're lying. I'm just saying you're wrong. Same thing.
From a statistical standpoint, this is all numbers. I'm not saying that he was better without Kyle. I'm just saying, factually, from a statistical standpoint, his best year was after Kyle.
Every
left.
quarterback that's played with Kyle's been the best.
Hold on.
Yes. If you
Hold on,
ask
quick. Hold
Ryan,
on,
leave
quick,
him.
guys.
I mean, you ask Ryan himself, was he better with Kyle, without Kyle? He'll tell you himself.
I'm not.
with
I'm
Kyle.
not. Okay. I'm not debating that. Why is everybody missing what I'm saying? I just clean your ears out. Statistically,
John, I'm with
stats,
you. I'm barely able to do
numbers.
this.
I'm not saying that he wasn't good with Kyle. Just purely numbers, man. I'm talking yards, touchdowns, all that stuff. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that Kyle didn't do anything for him. I know you guys know that I don't like Kyle Shanahan, but I'm not saying that Kyle was that bad. And first of all, don't tell me nothing about Schaub or any of the other quarterbacks that Kyle had, because none of them won shit outside of Matt Ryan.
But
Even
see,
RG3 only won one
You're
fucking
talking
playoff game.
statistics in one side, and then you're like, but don't talk to me about Shaw because they haven't won nothing without.
You didn't win anything. Did he win anything?
They played better.
Because they played. Did they
What was
win
their
anything?
record?
That's all I'm saying. At the end of the day,
But-
I don't.
but
Your,
keep-
your numbers
keep things
still look
in context,
fantastic.
though.
If you're
Keep
not
things in
winning
context.
games,
We're
what
not
does
talking
that
about the
matter?
record. We're talking about how do the quarterbacks perform under Kyle Shanahan in performance-wise. The record's a whole different situation because now you got to deal with defense, you got to deal with special teams, you got to deal with positional players. How does each quarterback that has been under Kyle Shanahan, have they gotten better or played their best?
Nick Mullins
And
didn't
you'll
get
find
better,
yes.
neither did CJ Beathard.
And neither did
Isn't it funny
Neither
how we
Josh
love to
Johnson.
forget those two dudes? We love to forget those guys because everybody loves Kyle so much. You forget
Those
his
guys are
failures. You only
trash,
see his
though.
successes, but that's okay. It's understandable.
Yeah, you got more quarterbacks
Yeah,
that
but,
done well
hey,
than not done well.
real quick, perfect example. Jimmy Garoppolo's trash, but he did well with Kyle. But what happened after he left Kyle's offense? He don't win no games no more now, does he?
Kittle had a record game against the Raiders with Nick Mullins quarterback. So
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah, that was
that's
one
Kyle.
game.
But
That's still Kyle.
that was, come on, we're talking about the Raiders now, Christian. Come on.
Yeah,
No, we're talking about the
that
Niners,
time the
though.
Raiders were hot garbage, bro. They were hot garbage. We all knew that. They were hot garbage.
Yeah, but Beathard would have screwed it up.
I
all
don't
I'm
think
saying
so.
is we're just looking at only his successes and not his failures. All encompassing, people.
No, he
All
has
encompassing.
failures, but he has more successes, and I can handle that better. I'd rather be on the successful side than the failure side.
Me too. I
So
would love for him to have not failed in both of these Super Bowls, but
And you know
That's
me,
what it is.
Super Bowls don't matter to me.
I
moving
know.
on.
Yeah, that's not your thing.
moving on.
It's just
Uh,
it's the consistency of being relevant.
Yes. Super Bowls are like the frosting on top of the cake.
Yeah, we all know he reached big time
yeah,
with CJ.
we
Beathard.
know. We could have had
Yeah,
Patty Mahomes.
that's a moot point. Not even gonna go into that shit.
Nope, not at all.
No, don't, no. I'm not gonna go there. But no, I don't want to hear shit. I don't want to hear the excuses.
Preach it,
No.
Kenny.
Yeah, Kyle sat there and took a saw
Just another Kyle,
to
just another Kyle
his
Lover,
best
man.
defensive player in the Super Bowl. He took
Yep.
a
Just
saw to his
another Kyle
Achilles.
Lover.
Kyle made the Achilles take a hike, for the
Yeah.
for the rest of the Super Bowl. He
He
fucking
did.
come here, Dre.
Yeah.
Come here, Dre. Let me saw your Achilles in half because you're the best
Mhm.
player on our fucking defense. That was
Also,
that's
he
Kyle's fault.
Feliciano got hurt because of Kyle, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And that
Ray decided to try to pick up the ball and just instead
that
of
was
just fall
Kyle.
on it when he could have fallen on it. That was Kyle too.
Yep. Mhm.
When we were probably going to end up blowing. I feel like the first drive, if we get a touchdown, we probably blow them out. But that's Kyle's fault that his running back fumbled the ball.
Yep.
Mhm.
That was, and then, yeah.
Mhm. Wait, what? We won the Super Bowl, lost Dre and Feliciano. What? I don't understand that. You can't start off with we won the Super Bowl. We haven't won the Super Bowl.
Maybe he said we would have won. That's what he meant.
Yeah. That makes sense.
We
Yeah,
would've-
that's true.
They just got lucky. We did. How many things?
No. Don't
happened to
mention
go their
luck
way?
because Dion doesn't believe in luck in football.
Hey, all I'm gonna say about that game
Muffed punt,
is
a fumble.
we gave that game.
The guy
to-
shutting down. The guy shutting down their only weapon goes out with a freaking injury in the second quarter.
A fluke injury, just running back into the field and goes down.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mhm.
There was definite mistakes that we did, but we gave that game away to the Chiefs.
Thanks,
Point blank
Damien.
period.
Even Purdy said the one play that keeps him up at night is that on that right at the end of the fourth quarter. Well, if we get that first down on third down, the ball gets tipped
Mhm.
when the corner blitzes.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And we get that first down, we win that game.
Don't get me
So-
wrong. Kyle has his issues. Kyle does make some mistakes. He is stubborn, and he wants to run when he should pass. He wants to pass when he should run. I'm not excusing Kyle. I'm not making excuses for him. But in my point of view, without Kyle, we don't even get to that platform to start criticizing him about what he did or did wrong or right. He gets us to the big game twice. Other teams don't even smell that. And I know we don't care about other teams, but that's just the reality. Cowboys don't even get to the NFC Championship. Other teams don't even get to the fact that we got there 4 times and 2 Super Bowl appearances since 2017. Kyle and John are doing a great job. Could Kyle get better? Absolutely. Is Kyle an idiot at times? Yes. But you know what I've seen with Kyle? Every year he has learned and gotten better. He hasn't digressed. He's gotten better. And as long as does he make mistakes still? Yes. But he's getting, people don't realize, and I know that Dion will say, well, I don't have the patience, but Andy Reid made a lot of those same mistakes that Kyle is making today. And it took him a while for him to learn from that and start doing just things different. Now he has he's a 3-time Super Bowl coach.
But he's a 3-time Super Bowl winning head coach with who?
Patrick Mahomes,
And what organization?
Kansas City,
Where did he take his lumps?
Philadelphia.
Okay.
But if Philadelphia would have kept him,
point
he would have
proven.
won there too.
What? No, he wouldn't have.
Oh, yes, he
You
would
know
have.
why? Because Jeffrey Lurie gave him more than enough time to get the job done. And when he didn't get the job done,
Yeah.
he said goodbye. Now,
Yep. Just like it was his fault that his quarterback was out of shape and his best player had a broken leg still playing the game.
look, man,
Yeah.
T.O. still went out on that broken leg. And gave
Yeah, dude, the
everything.
T.O. didn't have a broken leg.
No, he
would've
had a
fucking-
heart, but he wasn't able to
Hey.
do what he does best.
He would have had
Of course
500
not.
yards
He
receiving.
didn't do much on the
He would've
broken
had-
leg, but I mean,
he'd
for
have
him
like-
to go out there and say this is the biggest game of my career.
What do you
I'm
guys
gonna
think about
get
the
it.
coach in Philly right now?
Say what?
He's an idiot.
The coach that is in Philly right
He's
now.
an idiot, and he won a
Sirianni?
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Sirianni's on the hot seat.
Okay.
And that's
That's because
90%
They
of
went
that's
to
because
Super Bowl.
players don't even like
But
it.
you know why he's there? Because they got rid of Andy Reid, and then now they got lucky with
No,
what's
he's
his
not
name?
there
They won the
because of
Super
Andy
Bowl.
Reid. Nope. Sirianni ain't there because of Andy Reid. He came
Yeah,
in.
if
after
he would have
Doug
still been there,
Peterson.
nobody would have been there. But
But I'm
him.
saying he came in after Peterson. He didn't come in after Reid.
No.
he did not
But Peterson,
succeed.
but it's a train though. I mean, Andy Reid still had to move for Peterson to come in, and then the other coaches. What I'm saying is, if we get rid of Shanahan because we think the grass is greener, and then we start going to a carousel of coaches again that don't even get us to the playoffs, then what? Then what do we do?
Here's my answer to that. You saw that Reid had to leave for someone to come in and finish the job. That's my point. Kyle has been there twice and has not finished the job. If he goes this year again and he fails to get the job done, and listen to me, people. When I say fails, the reason that I put the blame on Kyle is because when you win, who gets the fucking credit? The head coach. When you lose, who gets the blame? The head coach.
That's okay. Blame the coach,
But
don't
I'm
fire
saying
him.
these people act as if he's above reproach. He's not. He's not untouchable. So don't sit here and act as if he is not being judged on that scale. Now, mind you, I have an owner who loves his dirty draws. So there will never be a time. I mean, this dude's going to be here until almost 2030, if I'm not mistaken, based on his contract.
If he
Roughly
keeps
around
winning
that
the way he's winning, absolutely.
But here's the thing. When does Jed go talk to Eddie D and figure out, hey man, I know you went through a couple head coaches, but you had winners and they won, and they actually won the big game.
Yeah, and Eddie's going to tell him, should I have fired Bill before he found Montana?
Yeah.
What?
And Bill was messing. Bill was bad.
Until he got Joe.
Yes.
The same
Bill
thing
was a
with
bad
Kyle
coach.
getting Purdy, Dion.
Yes. I watched.
That's exactly what Uncle Eddie would
without
say.
Joe Montana.
No, you don't get to say that. You know why you don't get to say that? Because how long was Bill in San Francisco before he wound up drafting?
3 or 4. What was it? 3 years?
What happened? Say that. What was the question?
3 years.
How long was Bill in San
2 or 3
Francisco
years
before Joe Montana came
1
along?
year.
Was it 1 year?
1
I
year.
thought it was 2 or 3.
Montana got drafted in '81.
Hold on.
Wait a minute. And Bill got hired in '79.
Okay. Here's my thing.
Oh, 2 years. Sorry, 2 years.
2
I don't
years,
know my
yeah.
math right now.
Here we go.
Sorry,
We
2
got
years.
2 years, right?
Yeah.
2 years.
Yeah.
But when he got him, how quick did he get the job done?
Actually, 3 years later,
No.
or 2
The
years
next
later.
year.
Next
Was it
year.
the next year?
82.
When
Yeah.
did Montana get drafted? Now I got to look.
Listen to me. You don't ever mention Bill Walsh in the same breath as Kyle Shanahan. Number one, Shanahan.
He's the best coach he's
No,
the
listen
best
to
coach.
me.
One
Shanahan
of the best coaches
is
we've had since
literally-
him.
Shanahan is literally running Bill Walsh's system. He's just finding tweaks to it.
No, it's
So-
Well,
different.
no shit. What do you think the Chiefs are doing?
I
Yeah.
know that because Andy Reid is a Bill Walsh disciple. It's obvious.
The
But
Chiefs'
all I'm
offense
saying-
is Bill
what I'm
Walsh
saying
offense
is,
with some
when
schoolyard
you're
bullshit.
talking about
added into it.
longevity, when you're talking about what's been done in the career, you can't compare Kyle and Bill. You know why? Because Bill figured it out. Bill won. Yes,
Bill
he
had the
lost.
greatest
Yes, he
quarterback
had
to ever
the
play the
best team.
game.
Okay. But what did Bill do? Didn't Bill draft that guy? Didn't he
Yeah.
find that dude?
Yeah.
What did Kyle do?
He got
Kyle
lucky. That
was
guy
a- real quick,
dropped to
real
the
quick,
third
real
round
quick,
into
real
his
quick.
lap.
Joe Montana got drafted in '79, the same year that Bill Walsh got hired as the head coach.
Okay. So those two came in together.
Took him
Yes.
3 years.
It took him 3 years. So I was right on that 3 years. I was wrong on when Joe Montana came in.
Yeah. It took him 3 years.
Here's the
And
difference. He
we've had
won.
Purdy for 2, and Purdy hasn't even. This is Purdy's first healthy
And
offseason.
you know what?
Yes.
It took Kyle this long to get Mr. Irrelevant. All
Well,
the
he
drafts, no, hold on. All the drafts that we had, all of the capital that we had. It took
How
you
long?
that
How long had Bill
to find a
Belichick? How long had Bill Belichick been coaching until fucking Tom Brady fell into his lap in the 6th round? Like, come
Wait a
on,
minute.
Dion. Really?
Christian, did
How
Tom
long-
Brady go in the first round or did he go
No,
in the sixth
he
round?
went the 6th round
Thank
to
you.
a coach that got fired as a head coach from the freaking Browns before, who went to another team and then fell into his lap. And then why did that quarterback get a start? Because the starter got hurt for the whole season,
Yep.
almost died.
Otherwise, it would have went with the.
They just paid a bunch of money to Bledsoe. Bledsoe almost
Bledsoe.
died in that hit. He
Yeah, that
freaking
was Bird, right?
Christian
all
does
I'm
make a
saying
good
is,
point, bro.
Understand that Kyle is not above reproach.
No, nobody is. I agree.
But no, y'all create excuses for him.
no,
Every
we don't.
time.
We
They're
just
not- we make
use
points.
history. We use history to make our points.
Yes,
But you
not,
can't
it's
compare
not
Bill and
excuses.
Kyle. 'Cause Bill knows how to win a Super Bowl. Kyle doesn't.
So if Bill would ever win a Super Bowl, what would your defense be? He sucks just like Kyle?
I wouldn't have a defense for Bill because he wouldn't have won anything.
Okay, well, Bill's already won it in his past history. Kyle Shanahan is still a coach. Now, if he got fired and retired, then I can see this argument. He never won a Super Bowl.
Well, okay,
but he's still in the
explain to me
projection
why
of
I should
getting one.
respect Kyle more. Why am I respecting a coach that continually gets there and just never can get over the hump? Let me ask you this, Kenny. If Kyle goes to the Super Bowl this year and we lose again, you good with that?
Yes.
Well, I know you are, Beto. That's a moot point. I don't even know why you answered. That was a rhetorical statement for you. We know that. You're more than comfortable.
Within context, I'm not okay with it because I want to win a Super Bowl. I don't want people coming in and hearing that phrase and what the hell is he talking about? I'm not okay with losing a Super Bowl because I'm a fan and I want to win that Super Bowl. But I'm okay in the sense of not firing them or giving up on Kyle from that perspective.
So Debo made a comment. He's upset with people like me because he says it's very hard to get to a Super Bowl.
Amen.
Debo, let me give you a rebuttal. You're consistently in the NFC Championship game. You're consistently going possibly to the Super Bowl. How hard is it really? You're always right there. So it must not be that damn hard. Your team is always right there. Whether nothing stops this team, whether it be injury, anything. We're always either in the NFC Championship game or in the Super Bowl over the last few years. Are we not?
Hey, Beto, how long
explain to me how
long have the Detroit Lions been a franchise? How long have the Detroit Lions been a franchise?
Oh my goodness, forever.
Don't care about another franchise. Don't bring that up.
Last time they made it to the NFC Championship.
Have they ever won a Super Bowl, Beto?
I don't give a fuck about the Lions. Why would I care?
How long have the Browns been a franchise?
Doesn't matter to me.
Super Bowl.
Have they won a Super Bowl?
So
the point is, it's fucking hard to do. It's fucking hard to do. That's why some franchises that have been around since the inception of the NFL haven't won a Super Bowl.
All right, hold on, guys.
Have the Bengals won a Super Bowl ever? They've been a franchise for quite a long time.
Not my problem. I'm not a Bengals fan. I'm not a
Browns
fan.
The Dolphins hasn't
come in.
The Dolphins haven't won since 1972.
But he's trying to make a point.
I'm making my point, Dion.
He's trying to make my point. How hard it is.
I'm not making your point.
It's hard.
All right.
If it was easy, those franchises would have won one by now.
GMs. That's not my problem.
Yeah, we have good ownership. Who keeps Kyle hired as the head coach? There you go.
Cincinnati went to a couple.
Use your own freaking.
Never won a Super Bowl. There you go. What's the difference?
Or at least have a chance to do it.
Oh,
hold on, guys.
Have a chance, but
so
it's okay to
I just want to bring this up because this actually goes to what we're talking about and the fact that
Juice,
saying something. Juice says the same thing. He's tired of people criticizing of us not getting over the hump.
One of the narratives that I hate to hear about us as a team is that, the Niners can't win the big game because, we lost in 2 Super Bowls, which it's just crazy. If you know anything about football, you realize how many big games we did win in order to put ourselves in those positions. I mean, what was in 22, we started like 3-5 and had to win 12 games in a row. Those were big games. And winning in the NFC Championship when you're down 17 at halftime, that was winning a really big game. So I just hate to hear that narrative. But we do know that if we get our chance again in the Super Bowl, we just got to finish the job.
Thoughts?
Yeah, I'll have at it. I could give 2 fucks.
I'm sorry. I was typing to someone that was texting me, so I didn't really catch it. You don't have to replay it, but just keep it. What was you saying in a nutshell?
Juice is upset with guys like me because he's tired of people saying that they can't win the big game. And he's talking about, well, while you're saying we can't win the big game, what about the things that we have done? All of those things become irrelevant.
100% agree with Juice.
Finish the job.
100% agree with Juice on that. 100%.
You want to know what? Here's how you know how hard it is to win a Super Bowl. One of the greatest offenses of all time, an 18-0 against a wild card team in 2007. A quarterback who half the time doesn't play good and looks like he doesn't know his head from his ass.
Very true.
And what happens? They lose. 18-0, and then they lose the Super Bowl. That's how hard it is to win a Super Bowl. There you go. That's what it's hard as shit. If Tom Brady and freaking Randy Moss with one of the greatest offenses of all time couldn't win that Super Bowl,
Yeah,
Like-
they won 19-0 and lost.
18-0 and lost.
Or
It
18,
would have been
excuse me,
19-0.
So here we go. Here's the simplest way to defeat that. Tom Brady won fucking Super Bowls.
So what?
And-
He
That's
won.
it. Doesn't
He
matter.
won before.
That
You
doesn't
cannot
that doesn't
sit here and
matter
tell me
though.
About that.
We're talking about how hard it is to win, and we're making the point
Tom
for Juszczyk.
won.
I'm making Juszczyk's point in the fact that it's hard to win. Hence, a team that went 18-0.
So we lose.
and-
we lose this year again. That's going to be the excuse. It's
Is
hard.
Tom
to
our
win.
quarterback?
It's so hard to win, guys.
It is hard to win,
hard.
dude.
We can get to the NFC
It's hard to get
Championship
there.
game. We can
Forget about
overcome
winning.
obstacles in the regular season, but when we get to the Super Bowl, guys, it gets hard and we buckle under the pressure.
Yeah, because
I'm
you-
sorry.
you buck under the pressure.
What?
You don't expect your fucking best defensive player in that game to fucking lose his Achilles in the second quarter.
That takes the
the
heart out of you.
Yeah, it literally deflated the defense. Did you
Yeah,
not
it
see
really
Fred
did.
Warner was absolutely distraught
Yeah.
when he was fucking consoling his teammate? It absolutely fucked that defense.
Yep.
Like,
Because you had a thing going. He was taking care of Kelsey. He was doing every job. When he went down
it
in a
fucking
fluke
deflated
injury-
that team.
I
Yeah.
mean, look-
If he would have
look
got
how
hurt
excited
on a
the Chiefs
play,
were after
they
they
would have
saw that
handled it
happen.
better.
Let me ask a question. When did Dre Greenlaw go down?
Second quarter.
Didn't we have several leads even after he went down?
But the team got deflated. If he would have got hurt on a play,
They got deflated, but
They
they
No,
got
it's just
if he would have not got hurt at all,
scoring.
but
he
he's
would've
running
gotten
in and he
hurt
gets
at all.
hurt. That deflates the defense.
Just asking,
morale.
like that, we even went into overtime. So did we?
And
really
we lost to
Dre?
Patrick Mahomes,
But did we
arguably
really
the
miss
best
Dre?
quarterback ever. When it's all said
So
and
okay,
done.
so that's the key. Patrick Mahomes.
yeah, and
don't
if
play-
freaking
don't play
Anybody else in
Patrick
the Super
Mahomes.
Bowl,
If
we're gonna
Bosa-
win.
if Bosa
Outside of
would've-
Patrick Mahomes.
if
Yeah,
Bosa
don't
would have
play Patrick
crashed,
Mahomes.
if Bosa would have crashed on the fourth down play and hit Mahomes instead of trying to, if he crashes down and hits Mahomes, we win in overtime on their fourth down play. All he has to do is crash down and hit Mahomes, we win.
If
But
Kelsey would have got hurt the same time that Dre got hurt, you think they would have won?
No,
Don't know.
No, they wouldn't. Because he took off once they put Burks. Burks couldn't cover his own damn shadow out there. He was getting burned left and right by.
dude. As soon as we lost, it really hurt the defense. Everything
Yeah.
changed,
It changes the whole the way you.
and
the
our offensive
way you're
line
out
was
there.
non-existent after Feliciano got hurt.
Yeah, that if Feliciano was in that spot, I don't think what's his name, Chris Jones, would have went through the way he did, unavailable.
No, exactly.
Because he would have
wait
made
a
the same
minute. Hold on,
mistake.
guys. Wait, hold
that-
on before you continue. We have breaking news. Our offensive line coach took the blame for that.
Well, he should. Our
Did
offensive
not
line
see
was
Chris
shit.
Forrest's interview.
Yeah, he said he didn't have Burford
That's
ready.
my fault. That's my fault that Burford wasn't ready. You mean to tell me you are taking the blame for a grown ass man that knows the best defender on that damn line does not go unblocked?
I know.
That is the biggest crock of shit I've ever heard in my life.
If
Let me
they
explain something to
He
you.
took blame because he's a leader.
Anybody on this panel right here, if you are on the offensive line and the play is being ran and you know it is not a run play, do you leave Chris Jones unblocked? No. None of us would sit here and say you leave him unblocked. You chip, you trip, you get a penalty, you punch that motherfucker in the head if you have to, but you never let him have a direct, free path.
I'm trying to figure out what point you're trying to make.
quarterback. Chris Forrester can't take credit for that. You don't need to get Spencer Burford for that. Spencer Burford's had that in his brain.
But
Chris
it is-
Jones is their best defensive lineman. Chris Jones wreaks havoc.
it's not
And he's
that.
gonna stay over
but
here
that's
on this
not the
side.
point.
He
The
doesn't
point
wanna
is-
He's
go
not
to
saying
the threat.
directly
point
that
is-
he's
I'm going to
responsible.
come
The
in
point
here
is-
leadership
and I'm going
responsibility.
right there.
The point
No,
is,
that's dumb.
Burford wasn't understanding the protection, which is why he didn't go and hit block.
Yeah, he
It
made a
had nothing to
mistake.
do with Jones himself. It had to do with the protection, him not understanding the
Jones-
protection.
Jones
Once
said he was
again-
surprised that he was not
but
open.
once again, guys, please tell me.
Hey, Mod.
If y'all get out there on the field and y'all are playing offensive line in the Super Bowl, the biggest game of your life, are you worried about understanding the protection, or are you saying to yourself, at a minimum, there's 95. He cannot get.
No, you still have to
anywhere near
understand the
quarterback.
protection, Dion. You have to understand the
He
protection.
woofed on the protection.
Yes, he didn't understand the protection, and that's what happened. You have to understand the protection as an offensive lineman because everything shifts depending on where the play's going. You have to pick up, certain guys, and he didn't understand the protection, and it cost us.
Yeah.
Okay,
He
all
made a
right,
bad call.
And
He-
so
yeah, he-
that's why
let me just
Forrester
get
said
this
it's his fault for not having Burford ready to understand the protection. That's where he was saying.
Let me
It's
get
not
this
that hard
straight.
to understand.
So you and Beto are agreeing, and both of you guys.
No, but it's Burford's fault for being a dumbass and not understanding the fucking
I'm not saying it's not
understanding the
Burford's fault.
protection. He should know. It's the fucking Super Bowl. You should know the protection by
But
now.
a good leader
and where you're
takes
supposed to go.
responsibility, and that's a coach.
But his coach is taking responsibility for not having his guy ready. Burford
That's
should
a
have been
good
ready.
leader.
But he's
Kyle
also
should learn
saying,
from that.
Yeah.
Kyle should learn from that. Now, if you want to talk about negative about Kyle doesn't admit to his mistakes.
yeah,
No,
his ego gets in the way. I'll
His
admit
ego
that.
get in his- so we can agree there. What
If y'all-
Forster
hold on,
did,
wait a minute.
he
If y'all
earned.
can
He,
agree that the man's ego gets in the way, then why do y'all get mad when I ridicule the guy for fucking up?
Because you don't ridicule him, dude. You stab him in the heart.
yeah,
I
that's
do because
different.
he can't win the big game.
Oh,
Who
jeez.
wants to sit here and watch their team get to the Super Bowl and continually lose? Nobody.
Nobody.
There's not a franchise on earth that would trade what we have. You can sit up here and tell me that till you blue in
I'll
the
just
face.
go back to my
There's not a
childhood and watch
franchise
us win
that would
3
tell
games
you
a year.
what to
Yeah. So
continually lose
let's not go to the
Bowl.
Super Bowl no
They
more
want to
because
continually
Dion can't
be in
handle
contention,
it.
but
I'll
never
go-
win the game.
Let's
I'll go
not
back
go
to my
the Super
childhood.
Bowl no more
Wants
because
that for
Dion can't
themselves.
handle it.
I'll go back
Dion
to my
can't handle
childhood
the
where
losses.
we
There's
won
never
3
a
games a
franchise.
year.
Never. There's not a franchise in the
well-
world that would say, I'm okay
Do-
with just getting there and never winning.
No, I'm not
No.
saying that I'm okay with not winning.
You must
What I'm
be.
saying is, if we
You
lose
involve them every
to a
chance
better
you get.
team, I'm okay with that because we gave it our best and we just came short. But at least we got there. Nobody's okay with losing the Super Bowl. Nobody. But we did everything we had to do to get there, and they just were better than us. A lot of it because of bad luck. Our best player got hurt on defense. One of our better linemen got hurt on
And we
offense.
still took them to overtime. Please stop. They still went to OT.
What does that matter?
What do you
We
mean? What does
lost.
that matter? That tells me that everything that you just talked about meant nothing because we still were pushing them to the limit without those people. So even without those people, we still were good enough to get to overtime.
And we were good enough, and they were better.
All right,
They
moving
were
on.
I wouldn't say they were better. We just fucked up
Once again,
because
Patrick Mahomes.
Well, they
and
won,
Andy
right?
Reid
So they
are
were
they
better.
won.
against
They
Christian
won, yeah.
He
But I
came
mean,
to
From
the
that
but I mean,
perspective, that's what I mean.
I mean,
let alone in the playoffs.
on that third down in overtime, Jennings is wide open for a touchdown.
Jennings and Ayuk were open. for
But
touchdowns.
Purdy never had a chance
James
to even look
gets
up.
that touchdown if Burford blocks 95. That's all he had to do. That's an easy.
You
to
make
do.
it sound like it's easy.
That is it. Okay.
He's their best lineman.
Brandon,
Don't give
go
me with the
ahead.
fucking not understanding the
Brandon.
overtime.
All right,
All
rules.
moving,
You guys are
moving
just
on from the
dumb.
Super
Oh
Bowl.
my God.
We are now on the 2024 season, new season, restart, revamp.
Hold on.
We're gonna go back.
I don't want to hear this. Kyle and the Niners didn't understand fucking overtime rules. This is like
He
some
said it
political.
himself.
No, he
That's
didn't.
not true.
That's not what he said. He said he figured if they scored and then the Chiefs scored, he'd get the ball one last time.
No.
If he scored
Dion,
first,
you're listening
then
to
the
a
Chiefs
lot of
scored.
talking heads.
You didn't
Then
know
the Chiefs
overtime rules.
he planned on getting a touchdown. He planned on getting a touchdown, and then if the Chiefs got a touchdown, if the Niners scored again after that, it's over. That's
Even
what
a
he was
field goal.
assuming.
Yeah.
That's what he was playing for. He's playing
Okay.
for a touchdown and then a field goal.
Touchdown,
It's
and
not
then
that
let's get
fucking
the
hard
ball.
to understand. He knew the fucking rules.
I got you now.
Jesus
I got you.
Christ.
You set yourself up for failure.
Oh
Here's
my
why.
God, it's enough, dude. It's enough. It's enough, dude. It's enough already. Like, it's stupid.
What's the failure that he said? He said it's truth.
Jeez.
Listen to me. He said it very simply. He said that Kyle thought, okay, if I score and they score, I get the ball back.
And we
Set
scored.
me up listen to me. Set Moody up for a field goal. We're good. Am I correct? Would that would have been pretty?
Yes.
That was the intentions.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Here's the problem. You didn't score.
Yeah, it happens.
You know how stupid that sounded,
So
Dion?
when you don't score and he goes down and scores,
That's his way of
Do
thinking.
yourself.
It doesn't mean you execute.
Yeah, that's what he wants to do, but
He's
you
thinking
can't.
about it. You still have to execute.
He's not out there. He's not doing it himself. He can only.
Why
He's
would-
like,
okay,
we
why
scored,
would-
they
why
scored,
would
we
you
scored.
give the ball to
If we
Mahomes
don't execute, how is that?
and then go
He,
down and
he literally called a touchdown play because two of his receivers were open, but his players did not execute. That is not his fault. When he called a
That
play
line
that
broke
should have been
up.
a touchdown, if his quarterback is given enough time, it's a touchdown,
Two different
and we're not
touchdowns.
talking about this.
So he wasn't banking on one receiver. He banked with this one that's not open. We got this one. But Brock Purdy couldn't deliver the ball because the damn defender was in his face.
Brock's first and second read were open. We know Brock's a quick processor. It would have been a touchdown if the freaking line would have blocked. It's that simple. That's not Kyle's fault that he literally called a fucking touchdown play that should have been a
It
touchdown.
just wasn't
Exactly what
executed,
the
Dion.
fucking head coach who calls the offensive plays is supposed to do. He set up the play to be a touchdown, and it wasn't executed. He can't execute the play. He can only put his team in position
You're
to execute
treating
it.
Kyle Shanahan like the idiot in Detroit, where he should have went for a field goal and decided to go for it, and probably lost that playoff game against
Well,
us.
that's why you
Because of
defer
bad
in
calling.
overtime, so you get
Now,
a
that's
chance
on
to score
him.
Again.
No, but that's on that
If
coach.
you
That
feel like
coach-
this, if
that
you
was his
defer
way.
in overtime and hold Patrick Mahomes to a field goal, but you go down to score, you won the Super Bowl.
You
have
he
to
didn't
would
want
say then,
Kyle's plan was not to leave the game in
So
their
what
hand,
happens
in
if we
Mahomes'
score-
hands.
We score the first time. They don't score. They don't score. We win.
Or if they scored, then we go down and kick a field goal, and then we're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, Kyle's plan worked." And then everybody that says he doesn't understand overtime, it's just stupid. It's just like politics, where
hindsight
somebody
2020
sees
because
two
it didn't
people
work
see
out.
the same thing with their eyes, and one person has a retard fucking thing that they saw from it, and the other person's like, "No, this is what it actually was." Oh, I'm going to interpret it like a dumbass with my head up my ass, and the other person's like, "No, I'm interpreting it the way it's supposed to be interpreted because I'm not a moron." It's the same thing.
and Kenny, to your point, there's not a
Not that I'm calling you Dion
No,
that
no.
or anything
Not-
like that.
no.
You know what I'm
I
saying.
get what you mean. As far
Yeah.
as me
Okay,
getting-
because I didn't get that
as
one.
far as me getting-
No, I was not. That was not at Dion. That was at like
Okay,
people,
okay. In
all the
general,
people that
in general.
attacked
I know
Kyle after the
exactly
Super Bowl.
I know exactly where Lefty was going with that because he makes.
But Dion just
fall in
that
It's
category.
basically it's about perception.
Well, no, Dion
Perception,
didn't.
perception
that.
perception is definitely reality. Now, as far as anybody ever telling
Yeah.
me to give you another head coach, here's the problem with that. Doesn't matter what head coach I tried out here and say is going to be better than Kyle or could replace Kyle. You know what you're going to do? You're going to tell me about Kyle's resume, what he's done, and you're going to tell me how bad this person is that I named that's supposed to be able to replace him. So there is no reason for me to provide you a new head coach that would replace Kyle because it doesn't matter who it is. You're only going to tell me how bad they are and how great Kyle is. You're going to give me Kyle's resume
Because they
versus
haven't
someone
done
who's never been in that position. So there's no
But there's
reason
no
for me
coach
to
that
even
can
try
replace
to
him.
tell you about a different person.
Okay,
But
you
moving
said,
on.
Dion, earlier you said that when Christian said that Kyle on the overtime rules, he wanted to score, then the other team scores, they score again. That was something that he planned to do. It just didn't work out. It didn't got
But
executed.
but the
You're
thing
saying,
is
wait a
that
minute,
that's
you're
a rookie
stating that
mistake.
if we get rid of Kyle and put another coach, and let's say that coach sucks and doesn't do, it wasn't a bad idea from you. It's just that coach did not execute the way you saw it. Same thing with Kyle. It didn't work out the way you saw it. You can call for a new head coach, and he sucks. It doesn't really mean that you were wrong. It just meant that coach didn't execute.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Let me just say this. All the Niners Super Bowls, besides one, have been won with blowouts. Kyle hasn't really had the quarterback or offense yet to fully put.
He
Hold
does
on,
now.
just. And I'm not even saying this, but even last year, like we didn't have the offense. Like you had Purdy, who was obviously rehabbing his elbow until November and still playing. He wasn't at his best. I mean, he didn't have an off season the year before. It's his second year. What we're hoping to see, which is even Brock has said himself, is our offense is so dominant that these games, it's not even a question of them winning a game. Like that's, in my opinion, when Kyle wins the Super Bowl, it's going to be a blowout. His team's going to put up 50 points, 40, 45. I'm just saying, if they win the Super Bowl, if they win the Super Bowl,
I'll be honest with you.
I'm just telling
I
you.
can care less
I'm
if
just
he
saying,
wins the blowout
if
or
the
not.
Niners,
Just
if the
win.
Niners win a Super Bowl, it's going to be because I know. I'm just telling you how what's gonna happen. It's going to be a blowout because that's like Kyle's ideal offense runs where his offense scores 40 points a game. Like they average 35, 40 points a game. It just there's not been the pieces altogether. We've been missing the quarterback. We've had all the pieces other than the quarterback, and now we're assuming we have that piece.
Here's my
But-
thing.
and
That's the
also-
hardest piece. That's the hardest piece to find in
Now
football.
that you have
Definitely the
now
hardest.
that you have this quarterback that has been eluding you for all this time, which is your fucking fault. I'm never gonna say
It's
that
nobody's fault,
That's
Deion.
his goddamn fault. I don't
How
care.
is
It's
that
a,
his fault?
it's a crapshoot, dude.
Him and
It's
John
nobody's
was
fault.
controlling the draft. They could have picked the
But it's a crapshoot, dude.
It's not my problem.
It's a crapshoot.
Doesn't matter. The simplest thing you can do as a head coach.
He's in his feelings, bro. You know that.
You know what Kyle can do very simply to win? Incorporate his whole fucking arsenal. Stop being one-dimensional. And you know what I mean by that? In the Super Bowl, was Christian McCaffrey not dealing with a calf injury? I just need a yes on that.
Yeah.
Yes or no? Wasn't he? Okay. So Christian McCaffrey's dealing with a calf injury. For once, we have a healthy Elijah Mitchell. Doesn't Elijah Mitchell average about 6 yards a carry when he's healthy? Oh, no, don't stop.
The
me, 'cause I'm on a roll.
offense, the
No,
offense is different with CMC than with.
No, stop. Let me make my point.
There's no point.
You have a healthy Elijah Mitchell whom you don't use. You have a healthy Jordan Mason whom you don't use. You decide
We've gone over this team.
that Christian McCaffrey on a bad calf is better
Yes.
than those two guys.
Yes.
And then now listen
From
to
a
me. And
screen
then
protection,
when you,
yes.
Listen to me. When you actually have Christian McCaffrey go out of the game, didn't Elijah Mitchell have a couple of great runs? Why would you not open up your offense to every running back you have in the room to throw off the other team?
Because you don't have three
Because
Christian
they
McCaffrey.
prepared for Christian
That doesn't
McCaffrey.
matter, Beto, because you've seen Andy Reid go out there and use rookies. You've seen him go use
You
multiple
use
tight ends.
But his
Hold on, hold on.
defense is different.
Hold on.
Hold
Hold on. Guys, we've already
The
discussed
Best
this.
tight end in the league.
Dion,
That's what
I've
I'm
told you
saying.
this
Use
so many
everybody.
times.
Use
Dion,
everyone. You can't
I've told
continually
you-
just keep making excuses for the guy.
I've told you so
have
many
to
times.
do that.
Bro,
You just said that for
you
him
don't
to
want
open
to
it up.
listen. That's
Open
fine.
it up.
Hold on, hold on.
Everybody.
Dion, I've told you
I'm
this
talking Juice Kittle,
many times.
Open receivers. Open it up. Confuse
When he-
the defenses.
when
Don't
you
do
take out
these
McCaffrey,
guys.
which we saw last year multiple times, when you take out McCaffrey, the defense assumes the Niners are one-dimensional, and they're not afraid. They play the run, right? Mitchell comes in, oh, they're going to run the ball. What? Mitchell gets 1 or 2 yards. That happened how many times with him or Mason? They just assume he's coming in for a run because Mitchell and Mason aren't really good in the passing game. You know, they're not great pass blockers.
That's why they
So-
brought Gerardo. For
Yes, exactly.
And he injured
Because
now.
because
Now,
we I know.
if he's in that lineup and healthy, now they
Hold
can
on,
do what you want.
hold on though. But luckily, if Gardo's
We don't
injured,
know that.
Schrader can actually catch the ball out of the backfield.
Yeah, him too.
So,
I forgot about Schrader. Yeah.
so
But
we,
the same
we
thing,
need you guys gotta understand, if we're gonna take out McCaffrey, we need a guy that can go into the offense that can
With the same threat.
so they don't miss a beat, because
Yes.
Kyle's offense needs a running back who can catch the ball out of the backfield.
Because you
Otherwise,
throw
his
off the
offense
defense.
Have you not seen
not
Elijah
gonna work.
Mitchell ever catch the ball out of the back?
not very well.
No,
Dab-
one or twice,
a few
1 or 2
years
times
ago.
doesn't count, media.
No.
It literally was a throw.
So you're not
Catch
looking
the
at it as a defensive coordinator. You're looking
You're
at it as
not,
a
but he's
fan.
not. But the thing is all I'm saying is just give it to everyone. Don't
No,
go in with a
I
game
agree
plan
with
that's
that.
one-dimensional.
Trust me, it's fine. It's fine. It's just, if you're going to do that, you have to set it up for the year so your
Kyle
defenses
cannot
aren't
call a
scheming.
play and get
Hold
it
on.
off
Then do
right
that.
without
Hold on.
McCaffrey.
But
He
that's
has
what I'm
the
saying. But
moniker of offensive genius.
he is. But
Defensive
But
coordinators are genius
that's
too.
it. Geniuses use everything to their advantage.
it's genius
They don't
versus
use
genius.
one-dimensional.
As soon as he takes out the best player on the team, which is McCaffrey, and who can literally do everything, and you put a running back who's not even can do half of that, the defense is going to
And
be
the
like,
defense coordinators know that because they watch the tape.
exactly.
They know that, you know what, he will call. They don't know what kind of play Kyle might call with CMC because CMC is capable of doing it.
Yeah.
But when they see,
So you got the
Mason
freaking-
in there, they're like, we know they're not going to do the same. They're going to run it.
Yeah. That's what happened against the Bengals.
Yep. Yeah, there you go. Good
then why
example.
don't you-
I
so-
watched
so
that
if-
tape.
if you know-
That interception that we were about to tie the game up, we were coming back in the game, and then Purdy had that weird handoff thing and threw the interception. That's because they were playing the run because of Mitchell, and it blew up. The whole thing blew up with Mitchell, and he throws that interception. That's because Mitchell was in there.
Yep.
Dude, I was there. I was there in person watching it happen.
Basically, having other running backs is pointless because CMC can do it all by himself.
No, but you have CMC.
saying.
Come on. No.
You're
You
telling
have,
me that CMC is
You're
the best.
looking at it wrong.
Everybody else sucks.
you have the best play, one of the best players, if not the best player in the NFL on your team right now.
Mhm.
You scheme your offense is mostly schemed around the best player in the NFL who can
Yeah.
literally do everything.
Yes.
So when you take him out and you insert somebody who's not even half of that, it changes the whole fucking thing of the offense. Dion, you've been watching football your whole life. You should know that, dude. Come
I
on.
do.
You
I
should
think-
know that then.
Okay, but I'm sitting here telling myself
He's okay. All we're saying is pretty much
It's not
CMC is
Madden.
irreplaceable
It's
in
not
the
Madden.
offense.
We can just
He's
bring in players
irreplaceable
to
in the
play good.
offense.
so.
He's
Anytime
irreplaceable in the
this
offense.
guy comes in, it's pointless because they can't do what CMC can do.
No, they can bring him in here and there and sprinkle it, but not when they're game planning. When you depend on CMC, you're talking about taking CMC and replacing him with Jordan for a while. It's not going to work. A play here, a play there. Yes, they come in to give him breathers. Now they're hoping that with this guy, the undrafted guy that you mentioned, I forgot his name, or Garindo,
Yeah, see,
those guys can do.
you need to
what-
insert. Go ahead,
what
Beto. Sorry.
CMC does, not as great, but they can do that. So when they come in for CMC, the game plan is still the same.
You need to
The
insert.
point-
Yeah.
the
Why
defense has started
guys
looking
on
at
the
that way.
roster-
You need to
Why have they
insert.
been here for several years that they're no good? What's the point in having?
Do you watch tape?
That's not the point, Dion. That's not.
The
It's
breakdown
not that they're
tape?
not good at running the ball.
They
But
are.
when you have
They
when you
obviously
have
aren't. They can't do what CMC
when you,
does.
no, not many people can. Not many people. Not a.
Forget about
Not many
our
people.
team. Name me another Name another running back that can do what CMC does.
Nobody is. Nobody can do that.
Forget about the Niners. Name me a running back right now that can do what CMC does.
You have to find a running back who can
You can't.
at least somewhat supplement what CMC does. You need CMC comes out. You put another running back in. You need a running back that can come in where you're like, okay, I don't have to change my offensive game plan with a different running back. I can pass the ball. I can run the ball, right?
Mhm.
If you know that you can't pass the ball the way, run your offense passing the ball with a different running back, defensive coordinators are going to know that. They're going to play the run. They're going to stop the run when the other guys come in, which happened a lot last season.
Yep.
But if say you put in a guy that can catch the ball out of the backfield, right? And the defense has to actually worry about that other running back coming in, because what happens when you take CMC out another running back? Oh, we don't care about that guy. That's one position we don't have to worry about at the moment.
Without CMC, it's not even just playing the run. They can go for a pass, and the
I know.
linebackers are not going to come in because they know that they're not going to give it to that running back.
Yes,
So
you need a running back that
When you
can
have Christian
supplement
McCaffrey,
what McCaffrey
just
does.
Look at the linebackers. They're in because they don't know if it's going to be a short pass or a long pass. So they come in. When you don't have when Christian McCaffrey's not in, you see the linebackers are more back.
Hey,
Look at that next time you see it.
Brandon, don't
Mason
show
come in.
idiotic comments, man. We don't need to give this dude any light. His brain is fried. He keeps thinking
Who?
that the Rams are gonna. Jim Everett, the worst.
Oh yeah.
Let me ask you. Yeah, I'm never calling
That's
him
a good one.
what his name is. He is Jim Everett, the worst, because he always dick rides his Rams as if they're gonna do something. We ain't seen you motherfuckers since the Super Bowl, so get
Yeah.
there first. The only good thing about you guys is Puka Nacua, and I pray.
Well, Dion, you're already giving him too much time. That's what he wants. Forget
Yeah.
about it.
No. I have one good point to make.
Oh, okay,
Everybody
go for
on the field gonna love this. I pray that Matthew Stafford doesn't get hurt.
Oh, it's over.
If you gotta go with Jimmy Garoppolo,
Jimmy G.
oh
I'm so
my
happy.
god!
Oh my god.
Oh my god! I can't wait for the implosion. Oh
Can you
my
All right.
imagine Jimmy coming back to Santa Clara to face us?
Yeah. All right.
Just-
attack.
Moving on.
One final one. We'll move on right now. I just need media to help me out here.
Yeah.
All right.
Just give me a yes or no, and we'll move on.
Media.
Over the past couple
Media.
of years, hasn't Kyle been saying that we've been teaching the running backs everything that he can do? Because when they come in, we don't want to skip a beat.
Yes.
Okay.
Doesn't mean
Brandon,
they
keep
can
going.
do it. Doesn't mean they can do it.
Are they?
Exactly.
You can teach
All
them.
I'm saying is that's your head coach. That's what he said.
You can teach,
hey,
you can teach me
you
to
can
be
teach
on
me
a diet. Doesn't mean I'm going to be on that
You
diet.
can teach me physics. Doesn't mean I'm going to be a physicist.
All right.
You can
Anyways,
teach Brandon how to get laid. Doesn't mean he's going to get laid. I mean, sorry.
Oh,
this is the PG
Brandon, I
show,
did not
okay?
open the door for that. I just want
you could teach Beto not to eat that donut, but he's going to eat
And
that
I'm
donut.
going to eat it. That's right. That's right,
Anyway.
baby.
I just had to
So,
get you back for Brandon.
Since we're talking about running backs,
Brandon knows I love him.
Kyle,
I talk shit
Kyle
about
had
myself first
some
before I talk shit about
words to
anybody
say
else.
about
we know.
our
We're just
backup
playing.
running backs with Elijah and JP. So let's take a listen real quick.
He did. He had nice things to say about Jordan Mason.
Oh, he's doing good.
That man looked stressed out. I'm sorry. He looked stressed the fuck out.
All those rookies are down right now.
Blur it all with Jordan Mason playing like he has.
I mean, I'd say nothing against Elijah. And there's been no fall off in Elijah at all, but JP runs at a very high level. I mean, I see both of those guys that if Christian's not in there, not going, I mean, we always expect, no matter who we've had in the past, that number 2, number 3, sometimes our 4th guy comes in, and if their number's called, we expect them to run like a starting back. And just how many reps do they get at it? How long do they last? And things like that. And JP wasn't there right away, but he got there pretty quick. And he did a hell of a job for us last year, and we'll see how camp plays out. But I love both of those guys and got some depth behind them too.
Last 2 years, like
See, okay. What that makes me wonder if Mason's starting to take on the pass blocking and the catching the ball to the backfield. Because if that's the case, if he's able
is
to do
doing
that,
better.
if he's able to do that, it's going to really help our offense because you're going to have a guy that can literally punch you in the mouth running the ball. If he can actually catch the ball and our offense can actually not miss the beat,
And
if he's
protect,
able to do
yeah.
that and he can protect, then our run game is much more dangerous. If he
I
can,
want Jordan
can
to
do
be
that.
in there. Don't get me
Hey,
wrong.
hey, look,
I love
man.
the way he runs. I love
Yeah.
the way he runs.
You
But he
gotta
needs
protect
to add
and
the other
catch.
part to his game.
What's up, Kev? Hey,
What
man,
up,
don't,
Kev?
don't,
What's up,
don't,
Kev?
don't ever say to my head, don't look, I don't like my head
Huh?
coach. Believe me, I don't. But don't ever compare him to the idiot that is Aaron Rodgers. Sorry. Don't say they look alike. That's we look, man.
It's got to be the hair. The reason
Bro,
why. you
all
say
we
that.
do is hand Aaron Rodgers L.
Dude, I wish we had Aaron Rodgers right now. We'd win a Super
all
Bowl.
time. Okay, and I
No,
can
we
tell you
wouldn't.
right now. You know
Yeah,
what
we
I
would.
want? You know what I want for the Super Bowl, guys? I want the Jets. I want Aaron to get to the
Mm.
game.
That would be fun.
So
That
we
would be
could-
fun.
So no, here's the thing. You're gonna get me to shut up about Kyle because he'll actually win the Super Bowl, and we get to make Aaron Rodgers cry. That would make
If we get to be the one to
Really
retire,
would.
if we get to be the ones to retire,
Oh, you're talking
Rodgers,
about
that'd
playing
be
him in the
great.
Super Bowl. I missed that.
Oh, that would
Okay.
be beautiful. Could you imagine that?
Oh yeah, and then we
That would be
also
awesome.
we get to start with him too for the season, and then play him in the Super Bowl and end it there. Yeah, that'd be amazing.
And then I mean, what? Okay, what are we saying? Nick has what? 2-3 sacks, guaranteeing you there's at least about 2-3 picks in that game.
They're gonna.
Defense play stellar.
We'll see week one.
You know,
No, we're gonna sack him.
We'll
Trust
see
me.
week one.
and then that's Salah versus Kyle. And doesn't Kyle usually beat up on his proteges?
Well, Seppi
Yeah.
plays D'Amico. I think they'll have a
I
hard
was
time
gonna
beating
say
D'Amico.
the only person I'm a little
Yeah,
worried
I
about is
agree with
D'Amico.
that.
D'Amico's a
we
beast.
all agree
Yeah.
on that one.
Yeah,
He might have to. You guys
Yeah,
remember?
hey,
Moses,
Hey,
bro.
don't count D'Amico out in the Super Bowl against Kyle.
No,
if he
I'm
plays
not.
again.
I'm
No,
saying that's the one I'm worried about.
Yeah,
that's
I'm
the
worried
real
about
team
him.
in
I'm not worried
Dallas.
about
I mean,
Salah.
in Texas.
But I know you could put if we played the Jets, W. If we played the Dolphins, W.
oh
But
yeah.
the Texans, that's
Mm-mm.
I don't know.
CJ
that's a
Stroud is
tough
a bad dude, man.
DJ is a cold motherfucker, and he
And then you
loves it.
gave him-
And
then you
know
give
he
him
loves
Diggs?
Brock Purdy. Like he defends Brock a lot.
Yeah.
He's a cool guy, dude. He's
Wasn't
Wasn't
actually
he
pretty cool
also
guy.
like
He's
mad that we drafted Pierce or something like that?
Bro,
Yeah.
he almost fell out his seat when we took
Yeah.
when we took Pierce off because he wanted him. He
Yep.
was like, "No, why they draft my guy?" He was upset, but he sits there and he has to
Hey,
deal with Michael Parsons. So I
real
pray for
quick.
him. We all know that Cowboys, the Cowboy dementia has gotten Michael Parsons. You know, he be thinking that.
Oh,
they
Michael
can do
Parsons a moron.
You know, the only thing I can say is Michael Parsons, once in a blue moon, will make a good point.
He's actually really smart and well spoken. He's just got
No,
cowboyitis.
yeah, he
he's got
is.
that cowboyitis. It's
Hey,
bad.
real quick.
People out
He's
there,
the one. I'm a
if you
cowboy
have
forever.
If you have cowboyitis, call 1-800-49ers. We'll help.
Like Max Crosby has a Raider tattoo, bro. What happens if he gets traded? What do you do with his tattoo?
Max
I'm not gonna
Crosby's
lie
cool
to you.
though.
Hey,
And he
funny
grew
that
up
you
a
said
Lions
that.
fan.
I always said if I ever played football and I made it to the league, that I would get any team I played for tatted on me. So
Oh, really?
I always said, like, I don't care how many teams I played for, I'd get it tat. Like, I was here.
All right, on.
I know in hindsight that
And
sounds dumb as fuck,
So
but in the moment it sounded pretty cool.
You can always
this
get
is
it
what I
covered
was
up.
just gonna bring up what Kev brought up. What's crazy is that we
yeah?
have Leonard Floyd with us, and that's who
Did
basically
Aaron
broke up
Rodgers
Aaron Rodgers
season?
last year.
Don't we play the
So
Jets?
that's gonna be crazy.
For
Yeah, we
week
played in
one,
week
Yeah.
one. Prime time Monday Night Football, baby.
Prime time.
Monday Night Football.
Hey, let's just hope it's not reversed where he goes after Aaron and he gets hurt and he's out for the
Hey,
season.
I'm gonna tell you. Hey, I'm gonna tell you
Okay,
this.
Beto, we don't even need
I
that.
am worried.
Come on,
I
bro.
am
I'm
worried
saying.
about Sauce.
It happens.
Bro,
Yeah.
he already
Karma's
got
a bitch.
beat up.
Sauce
too.
is a motherfucker.
You're worried about who?
That's a dog right there.
Sauce Gardner.
You gotta be real
Oh,
careful
Sauce.
with that guy.
Yeah.
that guy. Hey,
And
Garrett
don't forget about
Wilson is low-key
Wilson's
nice
a good
too, though.
receiver too, man.
Wilson,
Oh,
hey,
dude.
Brees
Yeah.
Hall is back
I'm
too.
telling you,
Yep.
that rookie Green out of Florida State,
Florida State.
he's
Seminoles,
he's
baby.
gonna be shutting guys down. Trust me.
Seminole,
Hey,
baby.
I don't care what nobody says. Malik Mustafa is built like T.O. was in his prime. This motherfucker is
Hey,
ridiculously.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
he's
hearing
Bro,
good
just
things,
looks
jacked,
things
bro.
about
Who?
Mustafa too.
Malik Mustafa.
Oh, dude, he's a monster.
Malak
Mustafa.
That
yeah.
dude is.
I wonder if
dude,
he'll play. I wonder.
Hey,
I wonder if he'll play slot. He'll play in the slot sometimes
They're gonna
too.
do
so-
him like they did.
Oh, they'll
Huff.
bring him in.
They're gonna make him a hybrid. I guarantee you, he's a hybrid.
Dude, he's
No.
so good.
You're gonna see his big
When they
ass.
go with 6 DBs and they'll take out
Hey.
one linebacker, specials, and Greenlaw's not in there, they'll
Oh.
put him in there.
He's just keeping our streak going for 5th round picks.
He
Yeah.
is. He definitely is. I need my man Huff to get back, get healthy.
Oh, he
You
should
know,
be
boy,
back.
you-
I heard
Did
he'll
you hear
be
the
back
news?
for the
Did
Saints
you hear the news about Huff?
Yeah, he should be back. What, next week or the week after?
2 weeks. When they cross train with the Saints.
That's the
down
thing
in
too.
LA.
Had we had Huff, I
Yeah.
think in the Super Bowl, it would have made a difference.
Oh, a big difference.
Oh yeah.
But hey, there's no disrespect to Jair. He did his damn job.
Oh, I love
Yep.
it.
Huff just
He
flies
looks
around the
even better
fucking
this
field
year.
like a madman.
Can you imagine
He
Jair,
looks better this year.
Hufanga,
Yeah.
and Mustafa? Oh my God!
You all know.
And
who
Jair's
I'm
good,
gonna-
too.
I'm not even gonna
Well,
say.
Jair, it's gonna be.
If Huff
Hey.
is healthy, it's Huff and
But if
Brown.
Huff's healthy, if
Oh
if
no,
Huff,
no, of course,
if Huff's healthy,
Oh, yeah.
the starters are going to be Jair and Huff. But
yeah, and rightfully so. He's an old pro.
if Huff's not ready, Mustafa might start.
now
But
that
you
right
can,
there
but
is
like
a
I said, when
comment.
you go,
You know
when you
why?
go
Yeah,
6 D
Take the
backs,
bait. I was
you
just
can
gonna say,
put who's out there.
D Winters, man. D Winters.
That's my buddy Drew. Shake and bake's my buddy Drew.
okay.
Hey, I'm
Shout out
telling
to
you
Drew.
right now,
Drew,
the reason
hey,
that name,
I've heard a lot of,
good things, lots of
especially
good
coming
things.
from Fred Warner. Yep.
Exactly.
Have
And
they
if it's
said
coming
anything
from
about
Paul
Jalen
Fred, I
Graham,
trust
though?
every word of it.
No, nobody's mentioning Jalen
Hold on.
Graham,
I know,
other
like
than he's
Jalen
doing
Graham.
okay.
They were saying, "Oh, last year he kind of was there and stuff."
I'm also
But
want
hey,
to talk. Hey,
no news is better than bad news.
Anshul, your boy needs to get healthy because I want to see him on the field. I'm excited. I think he's going to be.
I know, bro.
I think he might have more of an impact than
Count.
Who's his
Pearsall.
Jacob? Oh yeah, I need.
He's
I need him to
he's
get
faster.
Jacob
He's
Count.
so
Oh,
fast.
Jacob?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Dude,
bad.
He's shifty, bro.
Dude, he's so shifty. I like him better than Pearsall. Like,
I
What's
feel
up
like
with these hamstrings, bro?
Yeah.
I
Let me
think
ask
Count
everybody
is gonna
this.
probably be a return.
Let me ask
man.
everybody this, and we're gonna start with Media because he's been here and he hasn't really had a chance to speak. Media, I'm gonna start with you.
Mhm.
If
Media.
we somehow, some freak of nature way, I pray that we do. If somehow, some way, we get Brandon Ayuk signed,
Mhm.
is Debo here next year?
No, I don't think so.
What about you, Beto? You think if Brandon Ayuk gets signed, if Debo's here next year?
Yes. Because
okay.
again, the contract that is going to come up with
Purdy?
Purdy is not going to take effect into 2026. So Debo can be here for another 2 years. And then, like I said, when Trent Williams gets off the books, we can think about Debo at that point or not to move on from him. But yes, there is a world where Brock Purdy can be making 60 and Ayuk and Debo are on the same team with Kittle.
So
Okay,
I
yeah,
think
go
Kittle's
ahead.
gone. I think Kittle's gone.
No, Kittle's
Really?
going to get another contract with the Niners.
No.
What?
Listen to
No,
me
I
first.
don't think so.
Hold on, I want to hear
hold
what
this
Ben has
receipt.
to say.
Hold this receipt. Kittle will get another contract.
I think
the
that's
49ers.
interesting because I think the year before when we drafted the 2 tight ends, they're not going to pan out. But I think the one we drafted this year will be the number 2 to Kittle and be able to
You mean
take
the
over
one
for
we
Kittle.
signed in undrafted free agent?
No, we
You
drafted
got to
him.
show me first. What
We
Kittle
drafted
does,
this year.
what
Who's
Kittle
the tight
does
end
the
we drafted?
protection,
We didn't
And-
draft
and then
the
the
tight end
catch
this
per-
year.
Kittle
Yeah.
is unreplaceable, bro.
We signed
Yeah, he's
Klein, if that's who you're talking
That's it.
about.
Did we sign
Yeah,
him?
the undrafted guy. Yeah.
But he's good.
But he has, listen, I really don't,
Still gotta
for me
grow and
personally,
develop
there's
in
no
this.
attack to nobody.
Yeah, he's gonna be.
I don't care about potential. I want to see it.
I agree. I don't.
Hey, look,
If they're going to let anybody go, it's probably going to be Kittle.
I heard that shit. You thought you were slick trying to steal my line. Okay. No, that's my line. Okay. I'm the
All
guy
right,
here.
I'll
that
give you
doesn't give a
credit,
shit
bro.
about
But I agree with you, though. I agree with you. I want to see it. I want to see what you can do. Mustafa can look like The Rock,
He can.
but if he can't cover,
ain't out on
I
the
don't
field,
care less.
What's the
I don't
point?
care how you look. You
Thank
know what I mean? I want you
Man,
to,
that guy looks so jacked though.
you know what I mean? You can put a bodybuilder out there, doesn't matter.
You know
But
who else?
I
who
think he's
also
going to do
looked-
good. I
Bill?
like him.
Who put on some muscle is Brock.
Yep.
Oh, he's
Brock put on
Quadzilla.
muscle.
Oh, hey, did y'all hear they call him Baby Bosa legs?
Yes.
Baby Bosa.
Yeah.
Damn legs.
Dude, you guys. Hey, but you know why he does that?
How does he only put up 2 pounds?
He's
and
gonna
it's
put
muscle?
he's gonna put more velocity on the ball with the
Yeah,
better,
because he
Yeah,
can drive
stronger
better.
base,
Yeah,
the
but-
stronger base.
Bro,
Yeah.
I go 3 days and I eat something and I gain 3-4 pounds. How did he put 2 pounds and looks good?
Bet though that's because he in his 20s.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Pero you're
I
like
know, I knew
You're
that.
an old man.
When you got to
Your
say that.
metabolism is still firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, I know.
Where, when
Plus,
you're
he's,
My age, bro.
plus he's
Beto,
working out.
when you get to where we are, Beto, it
No,
kind of
no, I
sticks
know, I
around,
know.
unfortunately, man.
Yeah,
We can't
Yeah.
help it. I'd love to get rid of this dad bod, but I'm starting to just get adjusted.
that's what I tell young people. Your bad habits of eating now in your 20s,
Well, yeah,
hey,
get your-
it's going to
get
kick your
your-
ass in your 40s
yeah,
or 50s
exactly.
because your mentality is the same,
Hey.
and your body's like, nope.
I think this is going to be the, guys. This might be the MVP. If the team's healthy, this could be the MVP season for Purdy. Like
Yeah.
if
Every
he
player
takes a
has
step,
mind
if he
their
takes
year.
a
Mind
step
you, guys.
forward,
Mind you guys, this is his first full off-season year as well.
Yeah,
as a starter,
With a full
full
off
offseason.
season. Many receivers, absolutely.
Yep.
I think he's going to have a better year than last year.
Hey, that last comment went a whole other way in my head, bro.
Who, David? What David said?
It's all
Dave,
about
the whole savage. You
and
put
oh
that
my
smiley face,
goodness,
you know what the fuck I'm talking.
you're gripping it.
I caught this
Hey,
day. I caught it.
How do you do it? Huh, two. Oh, that girl, remember that one?
Oh,
Beto.
Spit on that thing.
Spit on that thing.
That is exactly what
on
you
that
think
thing.
for an old man trying to get into the.
All right. On that
Yeah.
note, we're gonna end it. We're an hour and a half in,
Oh.
guys.
Oh, Brandon, I forgot you were here, bro. Sorry.
A good show.
He's eating his cannoli.
It's
Oh,
great to
no,
be
hold on,
back.
wait. Before we end it,
What's up?
media, we got to ask you this question.
Love you, Brandon.
Oh yeah, media, go.
If we have cap casualties because of Brock Purdy being signed, what 3 players are you willing to let go of? And they have to be stars.
Oh,
You
come
can't
on.
have regular people. You know,
Hmm.
Beto joked around with this earlier,
Yeah,
talking about all the offensive linemen he hates.
Everybody but
There's going to be cap casualty. 3 stars. Yeah, super pause on that one, Kenny.
All right. Well,
Go ahead.
you guys kind of asked me this before. So Debo, like I think is one of them, right?
Okay.
Let's see. Use check.
Kenny. You got to bring that up. Sorry.
Use checks. My second one.
Bring it up, Brandon.
Mm,
When I grip it, I
Rip.
rip it.
third one's kind of tough. Not gonna lie.
Who'd you say for the first one?
He said Debo.
Debo, Juszczyk.
And
I'll give you a
Stevie.
free. I'll give you a free one. Williams retires. That's what I said.
Next year?
So we're
I could
talking
see
about
it.
guys we know we're gonna have to deal with.
But if he retires, then you only have to do 2.
But nah, let's not give him an out. I need that
Okay,
third one,
okay.
buddy. I need that third one.
Mooney probably.
But the thing is, he's a free agent. That otherwise, I was
But
like,
it counts though because you don't bring him
That
back.
counts, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like they have to be signed past
No, no,
the
no.
year.
No, he's
Okay.
still
We
a
don't-
minor, bro.
Okay.
I think-
okay,
Basically,
Very
he
smart
Here.
would be
then, I
getting a
guess.
big
Guys,
contract because he was playing stellar.
Yeah.
And
Because
we
we're
can't
gonna-
do that. We got to get Purdy his money.
We're gonna pay Lenore, and then I think we drafted Green to replace Mooney, which I like because I think Green's more tenacious than Mooney. So
And we drafted Jacob Cowing to replace Debo, not Ayuk.
Cowing's just not
and
built like
Andre.
Debo. But Cowing's not
And
built like
Andre.
Debo.
No, he's not built, but he can do the same work other than smash through defenders.
He's not going to run the ball. He's just going to catch the ball over the middle and take it for a touchdown because you
The
can't.
thing
get
is,
it.
Cowan,
get a hand on him.
Exactly.
You put him
That's
in
what I'm
the
saying.
end around.
If he gets it, if he gets
a
a,
sideline, I actually agree with
whoa.
I think if he gets a lane,
Don't you ever put Huff in a we get rid of him
Definitely not.
situation, okay?
You know
Yeah.
what though? You
No.
know what though? Other
is
than you know
blasphemy.
what?
That could be possible.
That's not
though.
a bad thing to say.
That is
Actually,
a very bad thing to say.
literally as Dion's wearing the jersey, guys, come on, chill.
Hello, that is
well,
my
I got
favorite
jerseys.
Oh,
player
I got
right
Dion's
now.
wearing
I got
a
jerseys
Huff
of him
jersey?
too.
Oh, bro.
I
But-
didn't realize that was a
Yes,
Huff
I don't want
jersey.
that. Wait a minute. I don't want that to happen.
Sheesh, dub.
I don't want it to happen, but I can see it. If he
Hey,
doesn't come back,
Let's
from that
just win the
injury well.
Super Bowl this year, and then no, we don't have to care what happens.
No, this is just for conversation. Nothing's
I
happening.
know.
They'll probably get rid of us as
next
content
year,
creators before they get rid of those players.
Christian, no, I think we have Brock. Brock technically is under contract next year too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
No,
last
he's
year.
on. No.
Yeah,
This is his
year.
fourth year.
This is
Oh,
his
no,
third year.
this is
This
it.
is his third
Oh,
year.
no, third. Oh, right, yeah, you're right. You're right.
I was
You're
gonna
right.
say I thought we had 4. Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
wrong.
yeah.
You get
Yes,
4, and then first round
So
picks get a
technically,
fifth
they don't
year.
have to sign him next year.
Technically, no.
No.
But if that man wins
Yeah,
the Super
he's
Bowl,
a free agent in
he
2026.
ain't going. You ain't. He's
But
not.
you- yeah,
he's
you're not going to
in,
mess around in your
He's
quarterback
not in
position. bro.
OTAs. He ain't
Hold
in
on.
training camp. He ain't in none of that shit. He gonna sit
Da-
there. His
hold on.
agent will make him.
Let me ask you guys a
David,
quick question.
David,
Would
that's
Brock
why
Purdy
he's
be
sitting
signed
out.
in April?
Hold on.
Would Brock Purdy be signed in April?
I don't know.
Or
when he's
August?
gonna-
No.
I don't know. But
August.
hold on, let me answer this.
More
Because you know
likely.
the 49ers, they always play with people money.
hold on.
You know
Dude,
that.
I don't
David,
even care if
that's
John
why-
Lynch has like,
Guys,
oh, we
since
want
they've
to
been here.
get Brandon Ayuk early because that shit didn't happen.
I'm trying to tell David that that's why Trent's sitting out. He's trying to get that guaranteed money so he can get some money in his pocket,
Yeah,
and then he's
he's-
going to retire.
No, he can't. Bro, he can't get money and then retire.
No,
That
he's going to
he
get
would have
money
to pay
this
that money
year.
back.
He's going to get money this year, and then he'll retire next year. He'll get. That's what I think he's trying to do.
Okay, look, I don't care what you say. Keeping the faith, Talanoa Hufanga is invaluable to this team, sir. That's the man right there. Don't you talk about baby.
I'll bet you anything though. Williams retires after this year.
Williams, what is he? 36?
think so.
Yeah, and his body's starting to break down. It's time. He's going to retire. Probably.
It's getting tougher and tougher every year for him to get out there on that field and give it all he got.
All I know is, hey, they
he's
brought him in after Joe Staley retired, and we didn't miss a beat. You better bring somebody in
To be fair,
to replace
he's
him.
he's like the legitimate Iron Man of the NFL in the history.
Oh, so here,
Motherfucker came back from brain cancer. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Beto, I'll give you this. This is what I'm thinking. Don't kill me. No Trent Williams right now. This should be the lineup for starters. Technically, this is what I'm thinking.
Okay.
You take Colton from right, put him at his more natural position of left tackle while Trent isn't here.
Pooney,
Listen.
right?
Hear me out.
Okay.
Keep Aaron Banks where he is. Keep Brindle where he is. Put Pooney at right guard.
Yes.
And you put Burford back in his natural position of right tackle.
Listen,
Yeah,
Think-
I
That might be
hear you-
better.
I hear you.
Okay.
I hear your way of thinking, But when you're blocking Brock Purdy's blind side, and you mention McKivitt, I don't care if that's his
bad when he
natural.
was the left tackle for
But
us.
that's the thing is when guys play their natural position, it's a big different than when they're playing.
No,
when
no,
they're
no.
not natural
I'm
at.
with you.
Yeah,
I'm with
and
you. I'm with
he is
you.
naturally a left tackle, not a right tackle.
Because that's
I
like
guess
trying to
what-
learn.
I guess what it is. I guess
That's
what
like
it is
trying to
is
learn
I'm,
the position
I'm
all over again.
traumatized with all the shit that he's done on the right side. That I'm assuming he's going to carry that on
I
to the left.
guarantee you, if he go to the left, he's not taking that shit with him. He gonna look and be like, "Thank you for putting me where the
Yeah,
fuck
you
I
think
was."
about it. He's going to be like, "Oh, I'm playing the position I played since I was
Anybody
10
than,
years old."
than Moore.
Yeah.
Take away Moore. Cut his
Mhm.
ass.
Okay.
Moore needs to
Jalen
go.
Moore need to go, bro.
No,
Yeah.
Moore is not worth a dime. I don't even know.
But
why
that's
the
who
fuck
that's
he's
who they're
still here.
putting in Trent Williams' place
I
right
have
now.
no
with the
idea
first-
why.
Okay, I want to ask you guys
But
this
then again, it's
question
Chris
real quick.
Forster. We all have questions about this guy.
I want to ask you guys this real quick. Do you guys think
Then we'll
Danny
get outta
Gray
here.
actually makes this team? Because I
No,
know they've
dude,
been
that's-
saying
no.
like, "Oh, he's been good. in
He's
camp."
done.
Yeah,
No.
no.
That's what
Him-
Cowing.
him
That's why they
and-
got
and,
Cowing. He's better.
Ronnie Bell are not going to make the team.
Ronnie Bell might make the team.
Dude, okay, what do we think happens with the Drake Jackson? bro?
Who if he makes it, who's
Drake
going
Jackson's
to
getting
come
cut
out?
too.
Yeah.
You got Debo.
Cowing.
You got
Ayuk.
Okay, so
you got Debo. You got
Ayuk,
JJ,
Jennings,
and you got
We'll keep six.
Ayuk. That's
Cowing.
We'll
three.
keep six. We'll keep six.
They don't keep six
Cowing,
though. They only
and
keep
They
then-
five.
they'll keep six.
They'll
If
keep
they keep
six this year.
six,
They'll keep
maybe
six.
it's
So if they keep six,
It'll
what
be
other
Bell.
area are going to be less? The
It'll be
no.
Bell.
I
offensive
think it's
line?
going to be the veteran, Chris Conley. I think.
No, I think they'll keep.
I like
Bell.
him,
Bell's
actually.
good. He's a good route runner.
As long as they don't keep Trent
and
Taylor.
he's better on special teams.
Yes.
As long as they don't keep Trent Taylor.
Yeah, I
Cowing,
like
I
Chris.
think
This is
Cowing's
why-
going to return
This is
punts.
why I say Ronnie Bell won't be on
That's
here
what I agree
because
with.
he's not good on special teams. Ronnie Bell.
Cowing's
If
going to
you-
return punts anyway. So
My
So if you
only
think about
thing,
it, why are you going to keep a receiver just at the receiver position? You want to keep
Yeah.
a player that can play two positions.
Kelly gonna bring his ass in here late as a motherfucker. What's up, Kelly?
So go ahead.
What's up,
Ancho.
Kelly? Bye, Kelly.
yeah,
for
the,
the-
only the thing is what I was
Right.
saying about
Hey,
Cal-
Kelly. By the way, Brandon, kick it over to Brandon for final words.
Hold on. let Ancho go. Go, Ancho.
Yeah, the thing I was saying like about Cowing that I guess I'd be a little bit concerned on is the return game actually, because at Arizona, like the thing is we didn't really have a return game. We just fair catch it. And like that's
Yeah, but
kinda-
dude, if we
But
give him any space,
What he does when he gets the ball in
No,
his hand,
I know.
Who?
Like after he
Yeah.
gets it,
But-
yeah.
honestly, that's going to be the number one thing I want to watch this year is those returns because I'm so confused on what the fuck we're doing and why
Gorindo
they're just
is going to be the
destroying
return man if his
the
hamstring
return
plays.
man.
Yeah, I mean there's also the new kickoff, which is gonna be interesting to
If
see.
if Gorindo's hamstring does not keep him out, he'll be the return guy, the main return guy.
do you
Mark
think?
my words.
Who?
Gorindo, Isaac Gorindo.
Oh, well.
I mean, he's the fastest guy on the team.
He's the
right?
fastest and he's a big. What is he? 200 plus pounds.
Yeah,
That
he's,
guy he's a bruiser.
He's a little bowling ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as you don't play with his hamstring. he's
Dude,
good.
I hope he's healthy. I want to watch him play.
Yeah, but we know our luck with drafted running backs, unfortunately. So
Dion.
this is the truth. Don't get
Yeah,
mad.
but
at
let's not jinx it. Let's not jinx it. Though.
Okay,
Let's,
but he
I'm not
wasn't
jinxing
drafted in the
this.
third round though, so maybe that changes a little bit.
wasn't he a 5th round pick?
No, fourth.
4th. Ah, okay. Yeah, but
All
we're
right,
good
y'all,
in the
we're
4th
gonna-
and through the 6th. So
We're gonna end it here. It was a good show. We're at hour 45 in basically. It's great to be back. New season's upon us. Training camp started. Back with pads. We're ready for the season. We're football's back on Thursday. Hall of Fame games on Thursday. So it's gonna be officially
Oh
started.
shit, it is, huh?
Yeah.
Not this Thursday.
Yeah, this Thursday, August 1st.
Wait, what is this Thursday?
Oh, you're talking
Hall of
about the
Fame game.
Hall of Fame.
Hall of
yeah,
Fame
that's
game.
right.
that's
Yeah.
right.
And then we
Dude,
play next
okay. Is it
week.
just me or does this like training camp feel like it's gone faster than previous years? Because I'm like,
Hey,
damn,
Well,
Very
real
you know-
quick, I'm
Yeah, a
gonna be
little
in
bit.
training camp on August 3rd. So if you guys are there, come and say hi to me.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah,
Oh, look,
so,
Persall took reps returning punts today, but
yeah,
that's also because Cowing's not there.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, her Persall looked really good today too. But anyways, we'll go ahead and end it. Thank you guys for tuning in with us. We'll be officially back a lot more now that football season has started. Until next time, guys, catch me.
Hey,
and
real quick, mention tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm about to right now.
Oh, sorry.
Catch me and Beto back here tomorrow night with Pete.
Oops.
Niner Fanatic Podcast at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we're going to continue talking Niner football. And whoever wants to join on the panel, let us know.
Yeah.
We'll send you an invite. Until
Yes,
next time,
sir.
guys, go Niners.
Go Niners.
Peace.